I've outlined the types of devices that are connecting to the Zero Trust Exchange and going out. And these are things like cars or vehicles, as I mentioned before. We have rail. We have infrastructure, like bridges, and I'll just write infra here, keep it simple. And you have track and tracing. I'll just put it very simple, TNT, track and tracing. There's a lot more, don't get me wrong. I'm sure you have a lot of other very interesting ones. But what I wanted to address was, well, traditionally, how would you access these devices on a typical mobile network? And they would have to have some sort of inbound listener. And if you remember, I actually outlined the way in which we have a third-party access or remote access in from a company to a device is through a routable network. Traditional backhauling routable networks, IP to IP routing. Zscaler does not believe in that. And so we believe in the Zero Trust policy being the central plane for all authentication, authorization, validation before access can happen. We're not going to allow anyone to connect from outside in unless they're properly allowed to. So I'm going to come back to the idea of rules, and you will define a set of rules that allow what happens. In that case, rather than actually having a network link directly in and sharing this SIM onto your corporate network, what you can do is very simply and easily have a user. It could be a laptop, it could be a device, it could be a workload. And what's going to happen is they're going to connect to the Zero Trust Exchange. What that means is when they get to the Zscaler central policy, they're going to be asked, are you the right person? Are you the right identity? Are you the right process? Do you have the right access rules and policy to get access? And if you do, then Zscaler will enable a connection, not from here, but actually what's going to happen, we're going to bridge a connection from the SIM. And what's going to happen is we're going to send a connection from outside into the SIM, to the device running the SIM. That connection is going to be brokered in the middle between Zscaler and the Zscaler edge. This will be brokered right here. There'll be no direct connection. The user will be, or the machine or thing will be able to connect to a process and do its thing. Maybe you need to update a patch. Maybe you need to fix a problem in the vehicle, or find out where a train is, or reset a sensor. Whatever that may be, that access is going to be granted only through the Zero Trust policy without ever exposing these devices to anything of any risk. What that ends up being is that you end up building each individual SIM is its own individual island, completely isolated from everything else on the internet, everything else in the mobile network, everything else from anything interconnected. All those SIM devices know is they can connect to one place, and that one place is the Zero Trust Exchange from anywhere in the world from their SIM. I'm going to finish drawing these dots. This means that we are completely isolated without ever having to expose these to anyone who's not allowed, and also protecting you and your enterprise from these being misused. If someone was to take the vehicle, take the SIM out of it and misuse that, it only goes through one place. If somebody tries to get in, it only goes through one place. That is your policy, your ecosystem, and your strength, allowing you to deliver Zero Trust everywhere.